In this video, we're diving into a fascinating topic and concept that you've probably never heard of before, but I know you will love it once you understand it. While the conventional medical system still wants us to believe that our health is entirely predetermined by our genetic code and that good health or bad health is a hardwired path we don't have much control over, the absolute opposite is actually true. We have all sorts of control over our health and the health of our kids because we have control over our lifestyle and our environment. So what exactly are we talking about in this video? The incredible science of epigenetics. Our health isn't just about genes and what you're born with. It's about how your environment, your decisions, and even your thoughts can directly influence your genetic expression. Epigenetics shows us that our DNA isn't our destiny. Rather, it's a dynamic playbook that can be altered by the choices we make and the world around us. This conversation and topic of epigenetics is 10 times, if not 100 times more important when it comes to the health of our kids, because the environment they are surrounded with is extremely important in the growth and development of their delicate brains and bodies. When you understand epigenetics at the level we're about to dive into, everything comes into the conversation. Everything from the foods we eat to the products we use to clean our house and wash our clothes, and it even includes our thoughts, sleep schedules, and our ability or inability to adapt to stressful situations. If you always wanted to feel more in control of your family's health and well-being, then get excited. Because once you understand the science of epigenetics and how God really designed us to be healthy, resilient, and adaptable, you'll become more confident and more empowered than ever before. Lean in, get ready to have your mind blown, and please share this fascinating and important concept with as many people as you can. One of the clearest examples of epigenetics in action is specific research that has revealed early life experiences, including prenatal stress, can significantly impact a child's development through epigenetic changes. The same can be said for fertility challenges and all the emotional stress and trauma that goes along with that journey, but I want to highlight research done by Harvard's University Center on the Developing Child. They have an awesome infographic titled Epigenetics and Child Development: How Children's Experiences Affect Their Genes. It describes how during development, the DNA that makes up our genes accumulate chemical signatures that determine how much or how little of the gene is actually expressed. This collection of chemical marks is known as the epigenome. As children have different experiences, it rearranges those chemical marks, leading to differing expressions. This explains why genetically identical twins can exhibit different behaviors, skills, health, and achievement. Experiences such as malnutrition, exposure to chemical toxins or drugs, and stress in utero or early childhood are not just forgotten, but are rather built into the architecture of the developing brain through the epigenome. The biological memories associated with these epigenetic changes can affect multiple organ systems and increase the risk not only for poor physical and mental health outcomes, but also for impairments in future learning capacity and behavior. Think of your child's DNA as a deck of playing cards. While genetics may mean certain decks are stacked a bit more in a certain direction, it still is up to the environmental signals or cues to drive and determine which hands are played and in what order. Environmental factors and experiences can activate or suppress genes without changing the DNA sequence itself. As PX docs, we always refer to the perfect storm of early life stressors. This includes high-stress pregnancies, possibly fertility treatments, birth interventions like C-sections, forceps, and vacuum extraction, early exposure to antibiotics and environmental toxins, poor nutrition and processed foods. Each of these factors can trigger epigenetic changes that affect your child's development. So what's the connection to your child's nervous system? Early life stressors create subluxation and neurological dysfunction, which lead to what we call dysautonomia, an overall imbalance in the nervous system. The vagus nerve, which regulates everything from digestion to emotional well-being, becomes compromised and dysfunctional. And these neurological challenges then trigger a cascade of health issues that can actually even spill over to future generations. Some specific conditions connected to epigenetic influences include obesity and metabolic disorders, asthma and allergies, and even behavioral and neurodevelopmental disorders. Let's unravel obesity and metabolic disorders. Dietary habits and nutrition can lead to epigenetic changes that affect metabolism. For instance, excessive intake of high-fat or high-sugar foods during childhood can modify gene expression patterns related to fat storage and glucose metabolism, which can predispose individuals to obesity, diabetes, and other metabolic syndromes later in life. The same with asthma and allergic conditions. Exposures to pollutants, tobacco smoke, or even high levels of stress during early development and even in utero can lead to epigenetic changes in the genes involved in the immune system response. Studies have shown that these epigenetic modifications can affect how the body reacts to common allergens and may exacerbate inflammatory responses, increasing the likelihood of developing asthma or other allergic conditions. Lastly, let's talk about behavioral and neurodevelopmental disorders. Stressful environments, maternal stress during pregnancy, and early childhood trauma can cause epigenetic changes that impact the neurological development of a child. Epigenetic modifications can alter the expression of neurotransmitter-related genes, which play crucial roles in brain function and behavior, contributing to the development of disorders such as ADHD, autism spectrum disorders, and mood disorders. Understanding epigenetics gives us tremendous hope to influence our children's health and development. Through neurologically focused chiropractic care, we can address the root causes of your child's challenges by optimizing nervous system function and supporting healthy epigenetic expression. This isn't about masking symptoms. It's about creating real, lasting change at the foundational level. To learn more about epigenetics and the perfect storm, click the link in our bio to find all sorts of resources, from articles to videos to podcast episodes that break down this important concept in the most simple and easy to understand way.